Cost overruns. This is obviously one that's really painful. You come up with a proposal, maybe it's at a 55% gross margin. Then as you go to source these materials, the type of plant that you spec'd in isn't available, or it's available but not from a direct from a nursery. You have to get it from a broker, and so you're paying extra costs. Those are real challenges. So some of the ways we've seen most effectively deal with that is a standardized database. Generally, vendors who provide a vendor list will call the same item 7 different names. Sometimes you'll get a Latin name, sometimes you won't. But creating a standardized database so you understand what, this nursery versus this broker calls an item, so you have 6 or 7 or 10 choices in a matrix, is a really powerful way to understand your costs and then also deal with shortages if you have to deal with it. The after action reviews are critical. If you do not have in place a way to compare your estimates to your actuals and then talk through the differences, positive or negative, on a consistent basis, then you're really missing out on a chance for optimization. I think the best processes I've seen are after an enhancement or construction project is done, senior management looks at the estimate, looks at the results, hours, costs, et cetera, and really drills into differences and then understands if there should be changes in the processes based on those differences. And then for maintenance contracts, generally you want to wait till the off season and compare both your on season capacity, fertilizer usage, if you're doing trimming or annuals, and compare that to the estimate you gave the customer, so that when you do the next contract or the next RFP or the next renewal, you can really build that in. So that senior oversight and changing your approach is critical. Cost breakdowns kind of feed well with the standardized database. Bid structuring is an important way to make sure that, especially if it's something that is not easily substitutable, that before you present that bid to a client, that you've confirmed from your vendor base that they have it, as well as putting some sort of time frame on the bid structuring so that prices are only good for 15 days or 30 days, because the market can move. And particularly if you've spec'd a very specific type of tree or plant, you can be really holding the bag on some of those. And then the data analysis. So you can't do the senior oversight, you can't do the after action review unless you're tracking this information. Again, you can use an ERP system. There's lots of choices there. If you don't have that, QuickBooks works fine. Just use it with Excel and track that specific type of item and line item profitability, so that when you have the discussion about why there was a miss, you can get to a specific answer.